Okay. So welcome to the Thursday night call. For those of you that are joining us for the very first time ever, welcome. Jess cannot be here tonight. I think she's not here, right? I don't know. There's like a lot of vomiting happening in the house, and that's not her jam. So, my car. So she's not here. Let's just call it that, right? So I wanted to real quick start off with recognitions. I'll go ahead and share my screen already. I'm not going to mute you guys. So if you have like loud children or dogs or whatever, you guys can mute yourselves. I'm not going to mute you in case you have questions or you want to interrupt me, which please do at any time. Let's see, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to leave it not in presentation mode because I hate when I can't see myself for you. Which happens when you go into presentation mode, and then I just feel like I'm talking out loud in a room all by myself, and that's not my jam. So starting with recognition, who is on the Success Club board? So Andy's on the board, which is basically Jess. Asha's on the board. I'm on the board. Chelsea is on the board. Jess is on the board. Kristen is on the board. Michael and Winter. Michael is also me. But we count, right? So, or our husbands count, I guess. I believe myself and Kristen are the only ones that have hit Success Club 5 or higher. So everybody else is on the board and just needs to push a little harder to get all the way to Success Club. If you're not on the board yet, there's plenty of time. No worries, right? So tonight we are talking about Power Hour and what that is. Hello. Okay, here we go. And what that is in terms of Beachbody. So it may sound a little daunting, right? Power Hour, who has a whole hour to work their business or really do anything for that matter. But we sort of break it down into possible power pockets was what we call them. Or you really can sit down and just work your business for an hour or whatever time you have, right? So this is really how we sit down and actually work our business every day and the steps that we take to do that. So a new coach power hour, for a lot of you, you're brand new coaches, your new coach power hour is going to look a lot different than say somebody who's been working this business for 2, 3, 4 months or a few years, right? So for a new coach, PPDS, press play drink Shakeology, right? You're all familiar with that already. We've been focusing on that in the Coach Academy. That's something that we all do every single day, no matter what, right? As a new coach, you should be doing 10 minutes of PD per day. You should all already be aware that that is personal development. So you all should be reading The Compound Effect. Hopefully you've started that and you're well into chapter 1 and sort of getting familiar with working on your personal development every single day. As a new coach, you're also posting to social media 3 to 5 times a day. Now, we haven't necessarily made that a requirement 3 to 5 times a day, but you should know that that's what you are pushing towards. If you are somebody who did not post to your Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you're using at all until you became a Beachbody coach, it may feel and seem very overwhelming to go from 0 social media posts to 3 to 5, which is totally understandable. So we do want you to start off slow. We also don't want you to overwhelm your followers. Like, okay, all of a sudden you became a Beachbody coach and now you're just posting this crap all the time and that's annoying. So we don't want you to do that. But we do want you to realize that eventually, slowly, we want you to be working up to 3 to 5 social media posts a day. And we will get more specific about what those are. You should be checking in to the New Coach Academy daily as a new coach, right? That is your training. That is your home base. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the call when I'm going to go into the groups and sort of show you how to navigate them and talk about the difference between them, because I know it's a little bit confusing to be in a lot of different groups. As a new coach, you should be checking into your challenge group. So not the one you're running, because you're probably not running one yet, right? We just created an event. We haven't started that group yet. But what you should be checking into is the challenge group that you are a challenger in, right? So you signed up with somebody, myself, Jess, or another coach on this team, and they are your coach. You are a challenger, even though you're a coach. So you will never be a successful Beachbody coach if you are not seeing results, and you will likely not see results if you are not a challenger in a challenge group. You have to show up, right? As a coach, you are eventually going to have challengers that you want to be present and posting and active in your challenge group. So you too have to be an active member of that challenge group. So for example, in my challenge group, I do the best I can, even though sometimes I suck at it, to check in daily with my Shakeology, check in daily with my workout selfie, check in daily with my food, to show my clients that, you're checking in, I expect that, and I'm also checking in. It also holds me accountable. I need to see results in order to be successful. So as a new coach, you should be checking into your coach's challenge group, and just participating as a challenger. And then the last thing is checking into Mermaids on a Mission, which again is our team page. So the New Coach Academy is your training page, and the Mermaids on a Mission page is our whole team page. So everyone who's ever been a coach on Jess's team is in that page. And we post all sorts of different things in there, polls and PD and all sorts of different things. But your home base right now as a new coach is that New Coach Academy group. As a regular coach, right, after your first month, your power hour looks a little bit different. There are a lot more steps after you're a new coach. So I'm not going to dive a ton into them, but you can see the difference there on the screen, right? So we still press play and drink Shakeology. We check our back office. We post to social media 3 to 5 times a day. New contacts, 3 to 5. God, there's so many typos in this. It's terrible. Somebody should fix that. I'm going to do it right now because it's driving me crazy. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Anyways, that just made it worse. Whatever. We do challenge group invites, 2 to 5. We do coaching invites, 2 to 3. We do follow-ups. We check into our team page. I'm going to make that go away because it screwed up everything. Okay. And then push group check-ins, is sort of like you guys are in a New Coach Basics. We as experienced coaches, I don't know if I'd call myself that, we do push groups too. So like I'm in a group right now, so is Jess, I believe Asha's in there, I don't know who else is in there. We're in a push to be 6-figure earner groups, right? So we continue to participate in these groups because we want to grow our business and learn more and quite frankly make more money. So we're in those groups as well. Okay, so clear difference between the New Coach Power Hour versus a not so newer Power Hour. So Jess specifically, and I'm sure a lot of other people, Jess works her business in Power Pockets, and a lot of coaches do. So Power Pockets is like 10 to 15 minutes throughout the day, right? So I just gave you a whole list of the things that you should be doing as a new coach. If you have, 5 minutes in the morning while your kids are eating breakfast to check into the Mermaids on Mission team page, then that's what you would do, right? If you have 10 minutes at your break at work to check in to the challenge group that you're participating in as a challenger, then that's what you would do. If you have, 10 minutes waiting in the pickup line for your kids to post to social media, that's what you would do, okay? So Power Pockets, it's just 10 to 15 minutes or anytime, really, quite honestly, but anytime throughout the day that you have a few minutes, likely from your phone, to work your business, that's what you would do. So there's some pros and cons of working Power Pockets. The pros, working your business when you have time throughout the day is super convenient, right? We, and Jess and I will say this eventually to you if we have not already, there's no excuse to not post to social media because I know you take a shit every day, and that is at least one social media post. Take your phone into that bathroom with a picture already taken, please. Nobody wants to see you on the toilet, and post to social media, right? There is no excuse for you to go the entire day without posting to social media. So working Power Pockets is convenient, right? Everybody has their phone with them all the time. You can work your business. A con to working your Power Hour and Power Pockets, at least for me and what I've experienced personally, is that it's hard to track what you've done. Even at the end of the day, you're like, wait, did I do that? You know what I mean? Because the day just gets away from us and we get super busy. It's hard to lose things, right? If you had a conversation with 5 different people throughout the day, and then you had a bunch of coach conversations and then just random like friend conversations on Facebook, all that stuff kind of gets lost when you're working in Power Pockets. That's my experience. So that's a con for me, right? Power Hour, which is what I have really honed in and decided to do and what works best for me, is 30 minutes to 1 hour of uninterrupted work. So whether that's you waking up an hour early in the morning, or you going to bed an hour later in the evening, or maybe you have an hour in the middle of the day that works for you. Obviously, we all work different jobs. We do different things. All the times are going to be different for us. But this is a literal sit down and work your business without doing anything else, no other distractions. So the pros to the Power Hour versus the Power Pockets, it's easy to follow a list. And we're going to talk a little bit about a list here in a minute. And it's easy to track and check things off. And I'm a huge checker-offer. Like if I can create a list and check things off, I feel super accomplished. And so that's why the Power Hour works better for me than the Power Pockets. Even though in theory, Power Pockets at the end of the day, I can say, yeah, I posted to social media, check. I think I sent 5 messages, check, or whatever. For Power Hour, I just did it. So I can sit down and check those things off, which I prefer personally. A con to the Power Hour is it's hard to find an extra hour in the day, right? We're all very busy people. Nobody signed up to be a coach because they were just bored, right? So it's hard to find that time. And unfortunately, if you want to make this business work and you want to grow this business, you have to make the time. You have to find it. You have to not watch Big Little Lies or whatever that stupid show is that everybody's talking about, or you have to not be a part of the Netflix crew and everyone who just does all the binging or whatever it is. You have to choose to work your business instead. That's just a choice that you have to make. Okay. So some Power Hour resources that we highly recommend. I'm going to show you the bat here in a second, but that is the #1 Power Hour resource that Beachbody has provided for you. You don't even have to create it, and they actually just recently changed it. And I'm a bigger fan of it now than I was a few months ago. We refer to that as the BAT, the Business Activity Tracker. It's a must use, and I think we're going to start making you use it next week. But I would encourage you to print it out tonight and start getting used to filling it out. Right now, you're only pressing play and drinking Shakeology, and there's a spot there for you to check those things off. But I want you to see what we're working towards as coaches, right? So we're going to be focusing on those different things and talking about them throughout this training. So I think it's a good idea for you to either print it out or just find it in general in the back office and have that so you know what it looks like and what we're working towards. You can Google Beachbody Power Hour and find a million different resources. Every coach thinks that Power Hour means something different and that there are specific things that you need to cover in your Power Hour. And so you may find something that works for you and something that doesn't, but Google is your friend. Oh gosh, it is super stormy outside. YouTube is a huge resource, and this doesn't just go for Power Hour, it goes for everything. If you're not sure about something Beachbody related, you can go to YouTube and search Beachbody and find hundreds of videos, most likely from top coaches that you can watch and learn about any of these things. If you're confused about how to work your Power Hour, you can write in Beachbody Power Hour and watch somebody work their Power Hour. You can listen to somebody talk about their Power Hour. You can watch them and listen to them and think, that is batshit crazy and I will never do that. Next video, right? So totally your choice. Those things are professional development, watching those videos. Use those resources. You have them. They're out there. They're free. Use them. You could create your own checklist, right? So I tried at the beginning of this year to, in my planner, write out my Power Hour checklist because I thought that I would be able to work my business better that way. It didn't work for me. I tried it. It didn't work. I've moved on, right? Don't force yourself to do something that's not working for you. Other resources for your Power Hour. Newsfeed Killer. So this is for all of you who log onto Facebook and go to work your business and you're like, oh, cats. Oh, big stupid statuses that are colorful. Oh, videos about unhealthy food. Ooh, yay, my friend's doing this. That's not working your business. Those are not business building activities. Those will kill your Power Hour. You will look at the clock an hour later and realize you've not done anything to work your business. And your business has not moved forward, but you know that that cat can play the piano and you know that that kid just vomited in a pretty colored status, right? That's not helping you. So Newsfeed Killer, I think this is maybe just like a Chrome thing, but if you use Chrome, there's an extension, and there may be other ones, I don't know, that's called Newsfeed Killer, and you click it and it just literally kills the newsfeed. There is no more newsfeed. I think there's like an inspirational quote and that's it. You can chat your heart out, but there is nothing in the newsfeed. So you can be posting in your groups, you can be checking into team pages, you can be sending messages, you can be doing all of the other things, but there is no newsfeed in there to distract you. I highly recommend using that during your business power hour. I am a non-Facebook scroller. I don't give a shit what anybody's doing. So at the end of the day, if I have not liked your post, it's because I haven't seen them. If it's not on the top post when I go to post to my social media, I don't see it. I don't scroll until the very end of the night if I have time before it's like time to go to bed. I'll maybe scroll a few times, but other than that, I'm not a Facebook scroller. I just don't see stuff. If you are lost in the newsfeed, use the newsfeed killer for your power hour. I'm going to show you guys the app called 3030. Which I used to use a lot and I still use it a little bit, but it's like a timer on your phone so that you can designate specific times for specific tasks. And then when the timer's up, I just move on, okay? But I'm gonna show you that in a second. I'm gonna finish up this slideshow. So for you all, in closing, your new Coach Power Hour, week 1. First thing you need to be doing is pressing play and drinking Shakeology, right? We obviously do that throughout the day. So depending on when you're drinking your Shakeology or when you're pressing play, at some point that needs to be done. Your second power hour item is your 10 minutes of PD. If you can do more than 10 minutes, absolutely do more than 10 minutes, but 10 minutes minimum of personal development. You should be reading The Compound Effect. And schedule it into your day, right? Know that you're going to do it in the morning, or you're going to do it right before you go to bed, or you're going to do it at your lunch break, or whatever it is, schedule it in. Number 3 is your social media, so 3 to 5. So for some people, it helps to plan out their posts. Like I'm going to do the daily post that Jess posts in the New Coach Academy in the morning. And then I'm going to do my Shakeology post maybe an hour later because that's when I'm drinking it. Or, I'm going to post about my food tonight for dinner because I'm making a badass recipe. It's going to be bomb and it's going to make for a pretty picture. Or, whatever. Plan them out throughout the day. You don't have to plan them. I'm totally a sporadic poster. I don't plan my posts in any way, shape, or form. If shit happens, I post it. If it doesn't, I don't. Period. Number 4 is to check into the New Coach Academy. So I suggest popping in there in the morning, sort of skimming through the assignment. If it's something quick that you can get done, then get it done. Otherwise, that you have something coming up later in the evening that you need to get done. We really want you guys to stick to doing those things on that day. And if you wait until 10 o'clock at night to log into the New Coach Academy, it's too late for you to do that post. You'll have to do it the next day, which again is not the end of the world. But if you can get those things done on that specific day, some of them are day related, right? Like a Throwback Thursday or a Transformation Tuesday, which is really confusing when you post a Transformation Tuesday on a Wednesday. So it sort of will screw everything up if you're falling a day behind. You can make it work, but it's best if you get those things done on that actual day. The next item is to check into the challenge group. Again, as a challenger, right? We want you to see results. By the end of this month, you should have some badass results to share so that you can hit Success Club this month. Your transformation in the next 3 weeks is going to make or break your business. So if you are not drinking Shakeology and pressing play and using those containers right now, if you have them, if you're still waiting for your package, no worries. You need to really be focused right now so that you can have a transformation by the end of this month, before the end of this month, so you can help 3 people and hit Success Club. And then the last thing is checking into the Mermaids on a Mission page. This is something that as coaches, we need to do every single day. That's our team page. It's our home. And believe it or not, there are more coaches than just what you're seeing in the New Coach Academy that belong to the Mermaids on a Mission team. Not everyone is a new coach, though we've encouraged everyone to participate in the New Coach Academy. Some people are not, and there's a lot of other people on the team. And so that's sort of where we all live. It's our home base. It's the place where we can communicate with each other, plan retreats, take polls. We plan events there that we're running as a team. And anytime that we encourage you as well, find something that we think the team would like or enjoy or learn something from, post it in that team page. That page is for all of us. It is not just for me and Jess or the leaders on the team to post it. It's for everyone. If you have questions, post it there. If you saw something motivational in your newsfeed that you think the team would enjoy, post it there, right? It's not we post and you read. It's a place for all of us. And please check in there daily, okay? Let's see. Okay, before I log out of here, I guess I can stop sharing. Does anyone have any questions? I think that was my last slide. Yeah. Okay, does anybody have any questions before I show you this 30/30 app? No? Okay. So I've never shared my phone on here before, so let's see how this works. Share screen. I think I just have to AirPlay. Tell me if you guys can see my phone.
Yep.
Yeah. All those little circles drive me crazy. Okay. So the 30/30 app is right here. So 30/30, right? And you can create several different lists, however you want to do it. So I'm showing you my old Power Hour first. So what you can do is you can create these little tasks here, right? So challenge group posts, add friends. This is my old Power Hour list. This is what I used to work from. Sending lead emails, checking in with clients, send 5 messages, check in with coaches, drink Shakeology, work out, post my like page, interact with prospects, check in with my challengers, make sure I have my 3 Facebook posts a day, and my personal development. So what I like about this is that it's literally, you can set the time for each one. So for challenge group posts, I have 5 minutes. So this is, me scheduling my post for my group that I'm running, right? And so I would just press that little pause button to unpause it. And so now a timer has started and I have 5 minutes to, find a photo or take a photo or whatever, and then type out my thing. I use Buffer, and then be done with it, right? And so if I need more time and I want to take more time, I can add a minute. If I don't need any more time, I can click the check button and it moves on to the next item, right? So now I'm working on adding friends. Now before, in the olden days, I used to just go to friend of mine and add mutual friends of ours. And so it didn't take me very long to add friends. And so I only have 1 minute allotted for this because I would literally just go to my friends list, pick somebody, click on all their friends, and add a bunch of people. That didn't take very long at all, right? I'd click like 10 to 12 and just be done with it. I add friends differently now, so it takes a little bit longer, and you'll see that in my new Power Hour. But again, I can just click, I would click the unpause button, start the timer, work on it, and right, I'm gonna speed this up. If I get there, I don't know if you guys can hear the ringer. Oh, that made things really big, right? It gives me a buzzer. It's like, it's time to move on, move on. So my new Power Hour is a little bit different, and I'll show that to you guys maybe. So my Power Hour 2017 is a lot shorter and a lot different, right? So I only add friends from my like page at this point. I'm working on my friend funnel, which many of you may or may not be doing. If you're a new coach, that's a foreign object to you, and please don't worry about it. I spend 10 minutes working on coach trainings, and then I do my 10 minutes of PD a day, and then my press play drink Shakeology, and that's pretty much my business. If you sort of look at this, it is my daily vitals, right? So I'm pressing play and I'm drinking Shakeology, I'm getting my PD done, I'm friend funneling, and the friend funnel includes new contacts, new connects, my challenge group invitations, my business invitations. So the friend funnel kind of covers a lot of things. And then again, I'm adding from my like page, and then I'm working on coach training. So this is just a tool for you guys to use. I don't know how to unshare this shit. Okay, wait, stop sharing. Stop it. Okay. So that's just a tool that I found that I like to use if you're somebody who's like, oh, I just spent an hour adding friends, like too much, right? You need a timer. Just stop that. You got other things to do. You got to move on, right? Any questions about that before I move on to sort of just some resources stuff? Any questions about Power Hour at all?
Hey, Ashley, can you tell us a little bit about Buffer?
Yeah. So I can't tell you that much about free Buffer, other than I think you can post in up to 3 groups for free, I think. So
Do you
here's the thing.
assign a group? Is that how it works? Like you?
So you like connect it to your Facebook.
Okay.
Actually, you can use other things too. I think you can even use Twitter, and I don't really know because I don't use other social media. But there are different columns there, so you should check that out. But I think you can use Twitter and Facebook, but you can connect it to your Facebook. And so I can choose any one of my groups. So again, I used Buffer for like 2 seconds before I realized that I wanted to pay for that shit because it's a golden little tool.
Okay.
And so I think I paid like, I don't know, $120 to use it for a year.
Okay.
And so you can buffer anything. You like, if I'm on Pinterest and I see an image that I like, I can double click on the image. Instead of saving that image, I can click send to Buffer. I can choose any group that I have connected there, and I can buffer it to that group. I can schedule posts that way. There's a power scheduler, so you can choose to post the same image in your challenge groups every Monday or every Friday or whatever it is. So actually for the New Coach Academy, I sat down and created these trainings and I put them all in Buffer, so they're all done for the whole week. And that's just like a huge time saver for me.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you can use, I only use it for groups. I don't know if you can do it. I think you can do it for your actual page too. But I think I also read somewhere that Facebook is like, man, you're using an app. I'm not letting people see that. So I don't use it for my like page and I don't use it for my personal page, but I do absolutely use it for groups.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. That's just my people. Hold on. Okay. Can you see my screen again?
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, back office, right? A lot of you newbies may or may not be familiar with this. So if you go to teambeachbody.com and you log on to your account, you're going to click, I don't remember. I'll go back. Hang on. I forget what it says. Nope, stop it. Coach, I think is what I click. Okay, so I go to Coach Online Office. Okay, so that's how you find the back office. That's what we're always, oh, stop it. That's what we're always referring to as the back office. It's the Coach Online Office, okay? So go to Coach Online Office. This is where you're gonna find all of the information that you need. So, right, here's my coach ID, here's my rank, here's my coach's contact information, blah, 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 who cares? So down here is where you're going to find things that might matter to you. So for example, I've received a few questions just this week. Where would I see if somebody actually ordered something? So you'll see them right here under new customers, okay? That's probably all you need to know as a new coach. But there's also coach breaking news here. This is everything that you need to know as a coach, right? The National Morning Wake Up Call, which you guys should be listening to on Mondays, and we'll talk about soon. Stay with free, not paying for anything. I'm going to speed up my talking here. Super important information that you need to know from Beachbody will live here, right? Things do not get posted that often, right? There was like 7 things on one day here. But that's important information for you. This is where your Success Club points will show up. We're going to get started talking about the leadership ladder soon, but that's not something that you necessarily need to worry about. And there's just so many tools here, news and training. Here's all the training you could ever need or want or whatever based on your rank. So you're all coaches. You would click on that and then it's all broken down here for you. So you can do extra training there if that's your jam and something you want to do. So that's the back office. Okay, let's talk about the difference between the groups and sort of how to navigate them. So real quick, the New Coach Academy, right? That's the training group. This is where you should be checking in daily. This is where your assignments are going to be coming from. There's also extra resources for you. So up here on the top bar, right, here's where the files are. I have added things in here for you. So the self-paced Coach Basics is here. If you want to dive into that as well, you don't need to. Here's the PDF of the compound effect if you guys didn't want to buy it and you just wanted to look at the PDF. Here is that free events / groups, right? So I've given you the descriptions for all of those groups. Feel free to use them if you have yet to create your group. There's also resources in the photos. So album or photos on Facebook is weird. So if you just stay in this photo area, it's just like everything in order of the way it was posted. But we also have albums in here, right, which we'll be adding more to. So again, here's those free group images. I gave you instructions on how to do these things. Here are the workouts for those groups. Please feel free to use those, okay? So that's the New Coach Academy. That's where you should be checking in every single day. The Mermaids on a Mission page is our team page. So this is where, right, we're checking in. We are posting our Starfish Club, which means if you help somebody in any way Beachbody related, really, you are a part of the Starfish Club. It's not Success Club, right? So you don't have to wait until you hit Success Club points or get Success Club points to post in the Starfish Club. Jess, I'm sure, would love to tell you the story about Starfish. I don't want to because I don't have time. But if you're talking to somebody and they say, I just want the 21-day fix. I don't want your stupid shakes. I don't want any of that. I just want the 21-day fix. You better get them the 21-day fix. And then you're going to come right here and you're going to post in there, I helped Sarah with the 21-day fix, because that's what we're doing. We're helping people. We want people to get started on their health and fitness journey. And Sarah with the 21-day fix is going to be a healthier Sarah than Sarah without the 21-day fix. And we want to celebrate that. So the Starfish Club is here where you should be posting. If you help somebody, regardless of whether you get Success points or not, you would be posting in here. Okay. So again, lots of questions in here. This is where we post events about calls. Roseanne already posted a question, which is great. Jess and I will post several things in here. Rebecca started posting there. Kristen posts in there. It's our team page. We want all of you to be in there posting. Lastly, right, so like I said, use YouTube. You can write in there, Beachbody Power Hour, 1 million videos pop up. You can write in there Beachbody business activity tracker, right? And 1,000 videos will pop up. This is Melanie Mitra. She's the top coach in Beachbody. She just owns the world. So, so many different things. So use YouTube as a resource. And lastly, this is that business activity tracker that I was referring to. You can literally Google Beachbody business activity tracker and just find this. You don't have to know how to navigate the back office to find it. You can just Google this and find it. This is the new one, which I'm more of a fan of than the old one. I recommend really printing this out and filling it out with pen and paper. That's what I recommend. I think it's more powerful to be able to check these things off physically than to do it electronically. That's just me. But I like how they've broken it up, right? So right now, you as a new coach, if you are a new coach, you're working on building you, right? You're being a proof of the product. You're drinking Shakeology, you're doing your workout, okay? And you're checking those things off daily. They have you doing 20 minutes of personal development. I don't have 20 minutes to do personal development a day. So if you do, that's great. I do not. So I do 10 minutes. But we're checking that off, right? So right now, this is where you guys are living. You're building you. Soon, and we're working towards building your business. So adding 3 people to your social media network, right? That's like adding 3 friends a day. Making 3 posts to social media. Maybe you're already doing that. If so, check those babies off, right? Starting 3 conversations with new contacts. Again, checking those off. Invite 3 people to your next challenge group. We should be doing those things daily. Following up with 3 people daily. Talking to 3 people about the coaching opportunity daily. Recognizing the success of 3 people. Beachbody just recently added recognition to our daily vitals, which I think is huge and awesome. And I sort of suck at it. So I need to work at that more. And then we just my weekly business results, right? How many contacts did you make? How many customers? How many new coaches? Success Club points, and then your total commissions earned. I love the way they've broken this down. And then your goals for the whole month, right? I think it's huge to write down goals. And then for me personally, by the end of week 1, if I'm like, shit, I didn't do anything I wanted to do, I really need to pick it up in week 2. It's so nice to break it down that way and not wait until week 5 to realize, well, shit, I didn't do anything for my business. And that's why I'm not sitting at Success Club, right? So I really like the way they've broken this down. And I really suggest that you guys print this out and start using it. Even if you're only checking off these boxes up here and you really are, you're doing at least one social media post a day because Jess is giving you those daily posts. So get in the habit of coming to this for your power hour and checking those things off and feeling accomplished and feeling like you're working your business. And don't wait for us. If you want to start adding people to your network and inviting people to challenge groups and doing all those things, you don't have to wait for us. If you want to run. We are walking you right now through this business, but if you don't want to walk, go for it, right? So does anybody have any questions? We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Rebecca, you look great.
Dude, I'm giving myself a facial. Like, I am multitasking with the best of them.
You're awesome.
I was trying to put you up to the ceiling so you weren't looking at me, but like,
I caught a glimpse.
I've been found out.
All right. If nobody has any questions, then I'm going to let you go.
Thanks for rocking it, girl.
Thank you.
No problem. Danae, I'm still in love with your hair.
I know.
Makes me so happy.
I'm crazy about it.
I love it.
I get weird looks when I'm out with the kids, though.
They're just jealous haters.
You'll get used to it. Yeah.
I know. Their assistant director at daycare told me she can't take me seriously anymore. I'm like, the fuck?
Ouch. What?
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Whatever. All right. I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay.
Bye,
See you
guys.
Bye.